together now. We're going to go side to side, inhaling at center, exhale. Take your hips one direction and hands the other. Come over as far as you comfortably go. Don't worry about going too far. Just feel the stretch. Inhale, come to center. And exhale the other way. Hips one way, hands the other. We're going to do it a second time. Inhale to center. And go again. Inhale back. And exhale. Other side. Coming back now, bring your hands behind the hips and release the fingers, straighten the elbows. That may be all you're doing at this point. If you're comfortable going farther, inhale, lift those arms up. Do it slowly. Don't want to overstrain, especially early morning. Muscles are not ready to do a whole lot. And exhale to release. Interlace fingers the other way. Inhale, lift. Feel where that stretch is. And exhale to release. Arms at the sides, inhale. And as you exhale, drop the head, chin to chest. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Just let yourself feel it. Inhaling now on your exhale, roll the head off to your right ear over your right shoulder. Bring your right hand up to your left ear if you choose for more accentuation of the side neck stretch. Inhale as you release the hand and exhale, come back to center. Deep inhale. And as you exhale, now roll the head the other way. That's left ear to left shoulder. And left hand can come to your right ear to add a little bit more control to the stretch. And releasing the hand, inhale. Exhale, come back to center. And inhale, lift that head. Let's take our arms out, straight out at 90 degrees. Inhaling fully, exhale, rotate the arms so the thumbs are down and the little pinky is up. Inhale, go the other way. And again, exhale, thumbs down. Inhale, open up those shoulders. Lowering the arms now. Let's take our feet wide with toes angled. This is what I think of as a floppy exercise. That is, you're not controlling your arms, you're letting them hang loose from the shoulders. Toes angled, opposite heel off the floor as you go one direction. Inhale as you go the other. Go back and forth. Let those arms move freely like they're rubber bands hanging from the shoulders side to side, and just feel what's going on there. And go a little faster if you're comfortable doing that. Let them flop. And now coming back to center. Keep your feet wide, now toes straight center. Go wider if you're comfortable doing that. You may want to block for this. Want to keep the spine straight. Inhaling, arms up. We're going to bend forward from the hips. Bringing the palms to the floor in front. Looking forward for a moment. Let yourself feel where that stretch is. Maybe you can take your feet a little wider. Maybe you want to move the weight to one side or the other. Just again, wake up and be aware of what those muscles have to say. Inhaling now, we drop the head fully, bend the elbows down towards center and just hang for a moment. Coming back up with straight arms, exhale, walk the hands off to your left and press the palms firmly into the floor. Don't worry about how far you go. Try to have the weight evenly distributed on hands and feet. This is a case where using blocks or a book or some other prop might be helpful if you can't come all the way down. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, go far right and press down. Deep breath. So for those of you new to Pilates, Pilates breathing is a little bit different than most exercise systems I know. That is, you inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Let's come back to center, and we'll start that in a little bit. I'll be talking more about the technicalities, but let's do this. Have your right hand under your throat, and now inhale to twist, lifting your left shoulder, left hand in the air if you choose. Take a deep breath. And exhale, come down, switch hands, lifting the right shoulder, inhale to open up. Now it's typical that your left hip is lowered in this case. Bring it back up. And now exhale, come down. Bend your knees. Hands to either hip. Keep your knees bent as you walk your feet in, or if you choose, hop them together. And now we'll begin Pilates. Administration here. Okay. All right. So standard Pilates is always about core stability. You want to think about the position of the spine and everything that you do. In most cases, that spine is you want to keep straight. And straight's kind of a strange point to say because your back is curved anyway. There is typically lying on the back a curvature in the low part of the back just above the hips. And in many exercises, you want to make sure you keep that curvature. The first Pilates exercise we always do is called the 100. But I want to start instead with the clock, and that is more a focus on awareness of the muscles around the hips. So on your back, you're typically on your tailbone with lower back off the mat. This is what we call the 6 o'clock position. Knees are bent. Inhaling fully as you exhale, roll the hips forward so the low back comes flat to the mat. And that is called the 12 o'clock position. Inhale, come back out onto the tailbone. Exhale, roll those hips forward again, low back flat for 12 o'clock. And now we're going to use 9 o'clock. Go off onto your right hip. That is bringing all the weight that you can over to the right side. Now let's come back to 12 o'clock. Inhaling fully, exhale, come back. And now let's try 3 o'clock. Inhale, come back out onto your left hip. Exhale, come back to center, 12 o'clock. Inhale, come back out to 6. And now we're going to do a full circle. Exhale, go over to your right, 9 o'clock. Come back around to 12 o'clock, low back flat. Inhale, come back out onto your left hip. Exhale, come to 6 o'clock. And let's go in reverse now. Inhaling fully, exhale, go back again to 3 o'clock, left hip. Come to low back flat. Inhale, come out to the right hip. And back to center. So again, that's partly just for alignment and especially for awareness. Let's now do the 100. Lift the thighs straight up and down and shins parallel to the mat. Or if you choose, legs straight out at 45 degrees. So now we begin Pilates breathing. Breathe into the back of the chest as you inhale nose. And as you exhale mouth, lift the head up, chin the chest, beginning the arms parallel, and begin pumping the arms, straight elbows, straight wrists. Inhale, 5 pumps. 5 quick inhales. Exhale mouth. 5 quick exhales. Inhaling for 5. Exhale for 5. We do this 10 times, which is why it's called the 100. Inhaling fully. Your 5 quick breaths. Exhale out. Three more. Now, if it hurts the neck, you can rest your head We're not here for neck strain. It's mainly for stretching the neck that Pilates does this. Finish the one you're on or do one more. And when done, bring the knees, bend the knees, bring the feet to the mat, and then hug those thighs in. Draw them in close to the chest, either reaching at the shins or behind the thighs to draw them closely. And again, wake up that body, move your shoulders a little bit if you like. Maybe you want to move the hips a little side to side to massage the back. And so, again, I want to encourage questions if you have them. You have the little icon on the bottom left of the screen to unmute yourself if there is a concern. Let us go now onto what I call ab series. It is called ab series by lots of folks. So left leg long and straight, bring your left hand onto your right knee and bring your right hand around onto the shin. Inhaling fully, exhale again, lift that head up, chin to chest, left leg floats, and switch legs on an inhale, switch legs on an inhale, exhale mouth switch, inhaling for 2, exhaling for 2. Again, you want to keep the spine in position, tailbone down, lower back off the best you can. And also very importantly, for core stability, you're always thinking about drawing the navel in and up the back of the spine, stretching those transverse abdominals. And again, you can rest your head. We're not here for neck strain if you need. Maybe put your head on a block or a pillow. That's fine too. And I'm not moving as quickly as you might be moving. That's fine. And those familiar with my class know that I'm not always counting to 10. Let's finish up. Finish the set you're on. Inhaling for 2. Exhaling for 2. And again, when done, rest the head and draw the knees into stretch. So another point, or there's a continuing point about the breathing. I'm speaking about transverse abdominals. It's muscles inside the hips, outside the hips, and all along the sides, as well as those muscles in front. But the rectus abdominis that muscle builders look for is not part of Pilates. It's the muscles below, transverse abdominals, and you want to draw your navel in and up to stretch them and breathe into the back of the chest for full breath. Okay, next in the ab series. We just did single leg stretch. Now let's do double leg stretch. Take your hands to your knees. Take your knees out and away from the chest. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. Lift that head up. And now inhale, open up, legs and arms out at 45 degrees. Exhale, no angel arms back as knees come in. Again, try to keep your tailbone on the mat. Inhale, open. Exhale. Come back in. Inhale, open. Exhale, come back. And again. Inhale, open. Exhale, come back. Inhale, open. And come back. We've got 4 more of these. Inhale, open. Exhale, come back. And again. And come back. 2 more. Inhale to open. On the last one, we're going to hold it in place as you're capable. Inhale, open up, keep breathing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest the head, draw the knees in, stretch. So next in the series, single straight leg stretch, left leg long and straight, right leg up to the ceiling. Grab behind the thigh or reach higher if you're comfortable doing so. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Again, lift that head. Left leg floats. Switch legs on inhale. Switch inhale. Switch exhale. Exhale, mouth. Inhaling nose for 2 switches. Exhaling mouth for 2 switches. And again, rest the head as needed. I think we have 3 more. One more repetition. And again, when done, hug those thighs in. Last in the up series, you can keep your head down if you like. You can bring your hands also, if you like, behind, interlace behind the head. And now start with the legs straight up at 90 degrees. And this is where I'm challenged as an instructor, because I normally look at alignment and position for students to make sure that the form is correct. Take your legs out at an 80-degree angle, maybe 75. This is your high point. So we're going to inhale, lower the legs. How far down you go is your choice, but not to the floor. Exhale, bring those legs back up to that angled point, not to 90. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. And I know it's very difficult, but a lot of people do come up to this point, and that's what we want to avoid. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. And keep those abdominals working the whole time. Exhale, mouth to lift. Inhale, nose to lower. Three more. And last one. Again, when done, bend your knees, hug the thighs in. And let's do now what I call the big stretch. So bring your feet to the mat and take them wide off the mat on either side. And then turn around. And with your feet wide, bring your 2 knees close together. See if they can touch. Inhale, bring those legs back out. And now lower just your right knee towards the floor. Stretch it down, out and away. And inhale, lift that knee. Exhale, left knee down. Stretch it out and away. It's towards the mat and away from the chest. And we'll do it a second time. Left knee up, right knee down. Inhale back. Exhale, left knee down. Inhale back. Now bring the feet closer together. Move the knees side to side like your windshield wiper. Again, don't go too far. Don't extend that stretch too far. You don't want to overdo it, but you want to feel it. All right. So now come around with your elbows under your shoulders, knees bent. This is called corkscrew. Lift your legs up. I'm going to come around this way. Lift your legs up, feet together, ankles and knees stay together here. And it's a small circle we're going to do. Inhaling at the top, exhale, draw your circle, volleyball size, with the 2 legs together. Inhale at the top, exhale mouth as you go the other way. And that counts as 1. Inhaling fully, exhale, going in. Inhale fully, exhale the other way. And again. Now, if at any time you need to rest, guess what? I can't see that you're doing that. It's okay in any case. It's your body, it's your practice, and what you're ready for, I may be overextending you, and you're the one that can best judge that. Again, Pilates intends that you're able to do this stuff every day. By my count, we have 4 more of these to do. Go again. Two more. And do it 1 more or finish what you're on. And again, feet to the mat, head back down to the mat. Hug the thighs in to stretch as you need. What we're going to do next is an isometric. That means we're not going to actually be moving anything anywhere, but we're going to work muscles against each other. Bring the thighs straight up and down, shins parallel to the mat, and bring your hands to your knees. So, inhaling to pull those knees towards you. Don't let that happen. Keep the thighs out and away. Exhale, press with the hands, and again, keep the thighs in straight. Inhale, pull. Keep those thighs at 90 degrees, press. Inhale, pull. Exhale, press. Inhale, pull. Exhale, press. And again. And again, you want to keep the tailbone down on the mat and lower back off the mat as best you can. Navel drawn in. Make sure those muscles are helping. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, pull. Exhale, press. Go again. And one last in the sequence. Again, briefly stretch as you wish. And next, we're going to come on to the side. So what we're going to do next is the Mermaid Sequence. Standard Mermaid may be too much for you. I always begin with 3 different options besides the Standard Mermaid. You can stay with any one of them or play with it as you choose. Starting with this one, elbow under shoulder. Your knees are bent. Take your feet back behind you so you have a straight line from shoulders to knees. And inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, slowly lower. Again, inhale to lift. Straight line to knees as best you can. Exhale to lower. So you can stay with this one or come back to it. Another one to try. Top leg straight, pressing the bottom knee. Bottom arm is straight now, lifting up. Inhale, come up. Top arm can come over for a side stretch as you choose. Exhale to lower. And inhale, lift. Exhale, come down. So that's another one you can come back to if you choose. Next one, left leg, the bottom leg that is, sit straight. Then bring your top foot forward, knee to the ceiling. Inhale, press that front foot to come up, come over. Exhale to lower. And inhale, rise again. Exhale to come down. So again, any one of those 3 you can go back to or stay with. Standard Mermaid, both legs are straight, top foot is down in front for stability. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower down with control. Inhale to rise. And I like to add to it to make things a little difficult, or more difficult if you will. As you lower down, bend the knees, and take your bottom arm up and over towards your feet for what's called a crossover. Exhale that hand down. Straighten the legs as you inhale and rise for Standard Mermaid. And the cross under if you choose, toes to the mat. Top arm to opposite ankle or foot. Inhale to come back up. Those are extra things to do if you choose. Standard Mermaid, just simply go up and down. Or add as you're comfortable. Finish what you're on or do one more. And if anybody has a question now, again, bottom left, you can unmute yourself and ask that question. I'm ready to go to the other side. Again, starting with our modifications. First one, elbow under shoulder. Knees bent, feet behind you. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to lift. And slowly lower. Again, you can stay with this one if you choose. Whatever you've done on one side, you want to try it on the other anyway, though. Bottom arm straight for this next version. Lift up. Side stretch as you choose. Pressing that bottom knee. Inhale to lift. Exhale, come down. Next version, bottom leg straight, top foot in front. Press that front foot to lift. Exhale, slowly lower. And inhale, lift again. And down with control. Okay, so any of those three or standard mermaid, both legs straight, top foot down in front. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down with control. And inhale, lift again. Adding extra things if you choose. Bend the knees for the crossover, bringing the hips to the mat, bottom arm over towards the feet. Exhale that hand down. Inhale, come to mermaid. And cross under toes to the mat. Top arm, the opposite ankle or foot. Inhale, come back. Finish what you're on or do one more. We'll be coming onto our back again. So as you're comfortable, come to your back and draw the knees into stretch. Take some deep breaths. Again, be mindful, tailbone on the mat, lower back off the mat. We're going to do bridge next. Bring your feet in close to the glutes, hip width apart. Starting again with tailbone on the mat, lower back off. Inhale, nose. We change that, roll the hips forward, lower back flattens, keep the hips rising. One vertebrae at a time, round the back up off the mat. Come up to a point, straight line from shoulders to knees. Inhaling fully. Exhale, slowly. Again, articulate that spine as you round down. Navel is drawn in. Exhale as you lower. Once the low back is flat to the mat, inhale, nose. Come back to tailbone. And go again. Exhale to roll up. Now, you can go up and down, standard Pilates, just to keep moving the spine up and down. But those of you familiar with options, if you want to stay in a high position and can comfortably keep the hips stable, that is, they would not drop when you exhale, lift one leg, inhale to lower, exhale, lift the other, inhale to lower. Feel free to do that as you're comfortable. And another option would be to go up and down with legs in a figure 4 position. That is bringing one ankle over onto the knee, like so, and rounding up. Rounding down with that stretch in the hip. Now you want to alternate in any case, so both sides get the same feeling. Actually, it may not be the same feeling, but it'll be the same action. Two sides of the hip are typically not exactly the same. But you want to do exercises evenly on both sides. Couple more repetitions. If you've been doing alternate legs, make sure you've done both sides evenly. Stretch as you need to. And still on the back, bring your thighs straight up and down, shins parallel to the mat. Knees are hip width apart. Again, keep that coverage in the low back as best you can. What we're doing next is alternate legs and then the two together. Inhale, lower your right leg, but don't let the knee change. This is an action from the hip bone. The knee is, though, acting in a brace. Exhale to lift that leg back up. Inhale, lower the other leg. Let the foot touch. Navel is drawn in, lower back off the mat. Exhale, lift. Inhale now to lower both legs. Now, if this is hurting your low back, you might want to prop or just even have your hands under your low back to help with that. Exhale, lift them back up. So now we do it again. Inhale, lower the right leg, let the foot touch. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale to lower the other leg. Again, the knee does not bend. Action is all at the hip bone, or at the hips, where the legs meet. And it's called the greater trochanter, if you like medical anatomy. Exhale to come down. Inhale, exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. And again, the two together. Draw that navel in. Make sure those muscles work. Do a couple more. And when done, again, stretch if needed. We're going to again come on to our side. Make sure the hips are stacked. Lift your legs up, bring them forward about a foot. Now you can come down all the way flat out with head resting on the arm or elbow bent, head in hand. Top hand can be down in front to help with stability. We're going to do standard side kicks. Inhale, lift the top leg hip height. And exhale, bring that foot forward, toes towards the face. Inhale, take that leg back behind, as far as you comfortably can. And exhale, come forward. Inhale, take it back. Try to keep the hips from rolling when you go back and forth. And another important point, the shoulders want to go the opposite direction. So when the leg is going back, the shoulders want to go forward. When the leg comes forward, shoulders want to go back. So again, that's a point of awareness. Draw the navel in, make those muscles work. Try to keep the rest of the body absolutely stable as you move the leg in the hip socket. Apologize for maybe some background noise you're aware of. Folks in the other room are watching television. There's this lady on YouTube from Japan who has 7 cats in her apartment, and she finds new ways to torture them all the time. And she makes videos of it. All right, time to finish up here. Exhaling back, let's do one more. Or inhaling back, sorry. Exhale forward, inhale back. And let's rest that top leg for a moment. So now we're going to lift that top leg, starting with bringing the top foot in along the bottom leg. So exhale, draw that foot in towards the hips and inhale, lift it up. Exhale, slowly lower. You want to keep your top leg over the bottom leg the whole time. Draw it in and take it up. Keep the toes and knee facing the side of the room. Exhale to slowly lower. Inhale in and up. Exhale, come down with control. Inhale, come in, come up. Slowly lower. Go again. Try not to have the hip roll backwards. Again, you want to keep the top leg over the bottom leg. And try not to open up the hip as you lift. That would be doing this, toes to the ceiling. We want to keep the toes angled to the wall. 3 more. Inhale in and up. Slowly lower. Go again. The last one, we're going to keep the leg in the air. Inhale, come in and up. Keep breathing. And now, very slowly, 2 inches a second, lower that leg. Standard side kicks. Come all the way down, flat out with top hand down in front or elbow bent head in hand. Well, you can have the top hand down in front anyway. Lift the legs up, bring them forward about a foot, and come down. And inhale, top leg hip height. I didn't realize that that's the way it worked. When I pinned myself to the task, I thought everybody was seeing me. So I'm going to have to remember to instruct everybody to do the pinning exercise. Let's go on. Inhale, top leg hip height. Exhale, toes forward. Inhale, take that leg back behind. Again, we want to keep stability in the core, navel drawn in. As you exhale, come forward. Don't let the shoulders go back. Inhale, take the leg back. Don't let the shoulders go forward. Anyway, back and forth. Exhale, mouth. Inhale, nose as you take the leg behind. Try to keep the leg the same height the whole time. That is hip height. You could just have a Zoom party here. All of us could be sitting with Tom Collins. 4 of these. Exhale, foot forward. Inhale, come back. And last one. Resting that top leg for just a moment. Prepare now for lifting it. On an exhale, bring that foot in towards the boots and up high. Inhale to lift, exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, come in, come up high. Exhale, slowly lower. Remember, again, toes and knee facing the same side. Inhale, in and up. Slowly lower. And again. Down with control. Go again. Slowly lower. Inhale in and up. Slowly lower. Inhale in and up. See if you go higher. We got one more of these. Inhale in and up. And now keep breathing. Slowly lower that leg 2 inches a second. I haven't figured how best to do any background music with these sessions. This is where I like to have music, though. I like to be able to move my hip just a little bit with the beat. Can't do that. Rolling around onto the belly next. Starting with the Sphinx stretch, have your elbows directly under your shoulders, hands straight forward from there. So this Sphinx is a resting Sphinx, but for Pilates, I like to make you work more. Lift the top part of the hips off the mat, draw the navel in, take the belly off the mat, and pull back from the elbows, taking the shoulder blades close together and the chest forward. Just stay here and breathe. Feel the stretch along the belly, maybe in the back. All right, let's exhale, coming down, hands under shoulders. Press up, come back to the extended child posture. Standard would be knees together, sitting back on the heels and resting the forehead on the mat. The resting the forehead might be a challenge. One thing you can do is place a block or some other prop to rest the head. Another is you can take your knees wide. If you do that, make sure your big toes are touching and extend all the way out, resting forehead. Take some deep breath. All right, let's come up from here to a tabletop position, hands under shoulders, knees hip width apart. And let's do some cat-cow. Inhale to lift the head, let the shoulder blades come close together, drop the spine, tailbones up. And as you exhale, lift the top part of the hips, drop the head fully, chin the tail, round the back, full exhale in your cat. Inhale again to cow. Exhale to cat. and again. All right, so now you're going to turn one foot off to the side at a 90-degree angle. My back leg is back and the other hand comes out straight. Other leg comes out straight, so you're on hand, knee, and foot. You want to have them in alignment. And if you wish, our top arm can be in the air. We're going to work on the straight leg. Inhale, lift that up into the air. Exhale, slowly lower. All right, inhale, lift. Exhale, come down with control. Lift again, inhale up. Slowly lower. Draw the navel in here too. Inhale, lift. Down with control. Go again, come up. Slowly lower. Go again, come up. Down with control. We got 3 more to go. Inhale, lift. Slowly lower. Maybe you can go higher. Slowly come down. Last one, we're going to hold it in the air. Inhale, lift that leg up. Keep breathing. And now very small circles. Draw 5 circles one direction with that heel. And then stop and draw 5 small circles with the other direction. I'm noticing, you can't tell that I'm going in circles, can you? All right, let's come down hands and knees and sit back in extended child for a moment. Stretch those muscles. Notice the 2 sides feel differently. And now let's come up for the other side. So again, 1 foot angles off, 90 degrees, hands on that side comes out, and our other leg comes out straight. So they're all in a line. Inhale, lift the straight leg. Exhale, come down. Inhale to lift. Slowly lower. Go again. Come down with control. Inhale to lift. Slowly lower. I'm going to say we have 3 more. Come up again. Down with control. See if you can go higher this time. Exhale to lower. And the last one, we hold it up there. Keep breathing. Grapefruit-sized circles. Go 5 times one way with that heel. Stop and do 5 the other way. Make sure your circles are perfectly round. All right, calm down. So, I have a little bit of a room challenge here. If I face sideways and do this, I'm hitting furniture. So I'm going to face forward. Hopefully that's not confusing. Take your right arm forward, parallel to the mat, and left leg straight back, parallel. Draw your navel in. Find your greatest distance. Stretch that back heel and away and fingers forward. Exhale to lower. And now other side, left arm and right leg parallel to the mat. As best you can manage, and stretch it out. Exhale to lower. We now do this more quickly. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale to lower. Inhale, left arm, right leg, stretch. Exhale to come down. Again, right arm, left leg. Exhale to lower. Left arm, right leg, stretch it out. Exhale to come down. And now we add to it. Inhale, right arm and left leg. And on your exhale, bend your left knee, bring it forward. Elbow comes to knee. Inhale to straighten out again. Exhale, lower. Left arm, right leg, straighten. Exhale, right knee forward. Inhale, come back. Exhale, lower. Go again, right arm, left leg. And again, left knee forward. Inhale to open. Exhale, come down. Left arm, right leg, stretch it out. Right knee forward. Inhale, out, and come down. So now again, find your extended child or any other stretch that works well for you. Take a couple of deep breaths. Well, let's come up again. Again, hands and knees, extending right arm and left leg. So now you're going to take your right arm away at an angle and take your left leg as far left as you can get it. But take care that the toes are still facing downward rather than opening the hip. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale to lower. Other side now, left arm, right leg. Left arm goes away. Right leg goes forward, far right. Toes towards the floor. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale to lower. Right arm and left leg again. Take your left leg over your right leg, out to your right. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, lower. The left arm and right leg. And your right leg goes over the left. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, down. All right, let's stretch for just a moment. Coming back up. Right arm and left leg. This time we do want to rotate. Lift that hip, open the toes and knee towards the side of the room. Stay here if you like, or if you want, bring that leg forward, toes to the front. And if you did that, bring it back. Everybody inhale, rotate back. Exhale, come down. Other side now, left arm, right leg stretch. Inhale, lift that right hip, open to the side. And again, as you choose, right foot forward. If you did that, bring it back. Everybody inhale, rotate back, come down. And let's see how well we do with the balance one today. So this one requires that you bring your hands on either side of each other. So bring one hand to center, bring the other hand around. And now center again. You want to have your little pinkies touching, arms crossed. Straighten your left leg to the mat. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower that left leg and bring the knee down. Inhale, lift the right leg. Let it straighten it first and inhale to lift. Exhale, come down. So now we switch which hand is in front. Bring the front hand around to the back. And again, little pinkies touch. Widely spread those fingers. Again, left leg goes straight. Inhale to lift. Exhale down. Inhale, right leg straight. And then inhale as you lift. And exhale, come down. That one was a little unstable. Anyway, last in the sequence, let's continue. Take your left leg straight back. Bend the knee so the foot's to the ceiling. Bring your right hand up and around behind. Grab the foot if you can. If you're not there, keep trying. If you are there, press the foot into the hand, lift the thigh up. Exhale, come down. Take your right leg straight back. Bend the knee. Again, reach around, find that foot, press and lift. Exhale to come down. Let's come again now onto the belly, flat out. Hands stacked one on top of each other, rest the head on the hand. Extend your legs straight back behind you. On an exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, lift that right thigh straight up, straighten the leg, slowly lower. Again, navel drawn in here, take it off the mat. Exhale, bend the left knee. Inhale, lift, straighten, and come down. Exhale, bend both knees. Inhale, lift both thighs, straighten the legs, and lower. So again, bend the right knee, exhale to bend. Inhale, lift, straighten, and down. Exhale, bend the left. Inhale, lift, straighten, and come down, and the two together. Now, the real challenge with this is to lift just the thigh on the single leg rather than the leg and hip. So, as I bend my left knee, if I lift with my hips, they're coming off the mat, and maybe I'll do just a little bit, but what you want to do is keep that hip, feel the bone staying on the mat as you do that. Now, when we do two legs, bend both knees, notice when you lift both thighs, I think it's practically impossible that you can lift the hips. You can do that, I won't argue. Exhale, let's go again, right knee. Inhale, lift, keep the hip down, straighten the leg, and lower. Exhale, left. Inhale, lift, and straighten. I got the breathing backwards on that. Exhale, bend both knees, inhale, lift, and straighten, coming back down. All right, go again, go at your own rate. Again, feel free to rest. Feel free to ask questions. Keep that navel drawn in off the floor. So let's do one more of these. Right leg, left leg, and the two together, or finish what you're on. Come back to extended child to stretch or any other stretch you may need. The time is getting away from us as I read the clock. It's time to finish with our teaser. So, coming on to the back, and stretch as you need to. Starting with full teaser, I'll show a modification in a moment. Inhaling arms up and back behind. As you exhale, head, neck, and shoulders, torso, and legs. Everything comes up with arms and legs at 45 degrees. Inhale at the top. And exhale, snow angel arms as you lower legs and torso synchronously. Inhaling fully. Exhale, come up again. Try not to jerk. I just did a little bit of a jerk. And you can add to this if you want by bringing the arms overhead, bringing them back, lowering the legs, bringing them back. Inhale at the top. Exhale, snow angel arms, come back down. Keep going at your own rate. Maybe rest for a moment to do one more with good form if you're challenged. Modification, my favorite. Starting with arms down at the sides, you're going to be pressing elbows as you lift your legs. So your feet are on the mat to start with. Inhaling fully as you exhale. Press those arms and straighten the legs, coming up to this point. Shoulders and ankles at the same height. Inhaling here, exhaling feet and head back to the mat. Inhaling fully, exhale to lift. Inhale at the top. Exhale, down with control. Do what works for you. And again, you don't want to overdo any one session, so you can do another one tomorrow. Unfortunately, not having a Zoom class for that. Press and lift. 4. Go back to full teaser if you want. One or two more.